Alright, and we are very much back as far as streaming goes. So indeed, we are doing a Michelin star sponsored cooking game tonight. So Chef Life Restaurant Simulator. It doesn't sound quite as enticing as one might imagine, as one knows like that usually restaurants go bankrupt very easily, and also it is like most restaurants have very busy, very high pressure jobs, and actually getting any Michelin stars is both difficult and unnerving. So like, yep, sounds very desirable walk of life, chef life, yes. So that is what we are looking at tonight, and let's see how much chef life we actually have. Indeed, SFW, it is a werewolf. What have you thought Mordrude would be? Like, what else? But indeed, we are going to play Chef Life and see if we get any Michelin stars or anything else, because it's like not the most probable scenario that this kind of a thing would receive a Michelin star, like as noted on Jesus stream chat recently, like what kind of food items would be offered that would gain the Michelin star. Rotten meat, giblets, or what? Like, yep, so indeed, we are trying to make Michelin star, or at least like food worthy selling, and not getting the health inspector on our fluffy rare. So indeed, greetings to SFW, and hopefully you have had a good week this far. Still also inquire, what did you think Mordrude was until now, if it was only now that you actually discovered from the post and title that Mordrude is a werewolf? Oh, and let's switch to the game and see how that goes for us. So alright, so let's move towards the game and see how that goes. Haha, yeah, alright, thank you, because was unsure, as some have had other thoughts on the species that would have been a mild disappointment, Mr. Wolf, so even better. Indeed, a werewolf, yes. So, let's move towards the game and see how that goes for us. There we go. Chef Life. So let's then start the game proper. So alright, Chef Life. Play. Alright, save slot. Create new. Alright, let's see how this works out. Alright, there's some fish and some other fancy foodstuffs being prepared by very skilled chefs, most probably. And also some pasta. Alright, probably lasagna or something. And of course, cooking with gas. Alright, plenty of fancy food zone. When do we get to make our own? Alright, and of course, like Michelin star level cooking, sure. Make my dinner! Of course we can make you dinner. Another matter is how much whatever werewolf butt aroma you want in your food. Alright, and now we can choose male or female. And then we can do like more muscles. Let's see how much it does on male. Alright, it doesn't get really buff, but we do get broader shoulders and such. Maybe we try a female chef. Alright, actually that doesn't change too much. And build affects what? Alright, build affects probably likes food but not excessively. And that the skin tone goes like white to slightly darkish apparently. Alright. What else do we need to set like other than... Alright, we can adjust hair. We can have like... I think that looks effective when you consider like that you would anyway. Alright, we can have glasses. Purple eyes actually look pretty nice. We can also set, of course we have the double buttoned one, and do like top in like the dark blue is smart. And what choices we have for the pants? Actually the pants look practically the same, like really. And let's put matching also. There we go. That looks surprisingly smart for a chef. Alright. Are you sure about the apron? Alright, and we can have like also kind of Crocs or the kind of shoes with lace if you prefer the Crocs, and we can even have matching shoe color, but to actually like the burgundy ones. And then we can also modify chef hat. Alright, we can have different hats. Alright, and hat can also be colored, which like usually it's supposed to be white. So to like the mini chef. Alright, that spins really fast. To like the mini chef hat, it's almost like a military or police hat because it's so short. Actually looks quite nice. But it's surprisingly like a police or military hat with that kind of design and that short overall top part. So let's then confirm we do have, and of course we name ourselves after our current fursuit. So we go by Mordrude for now, even if it shows a female chef avatar this time. So let's name ourselves, of course, after the Fursuit, so there we go. Confirm. Alright, we can even choose the pronouns, so this doesn't have neopronouns or even they, them, which is mildly a disappointment, but we can actually choose the pronouns, so skip tutorial. We certainly do not skip the tutorial because we've never played this, so skipping the tutorial might be a culinary suicide. Oh, hello there, Briareus. Let's greet you properly in a moment. Play tutorial, there we go. Alright. You have unlocked Al Forno. You have unlocked Bon Appetit. It looks very French. You now have access to the lab, used during pre-practice of the service to create new recipes. Alright. Here we have some nice cooking implements. Alright. Look at you, your new uniform fits perfectly. It's as if it were made for you. Yeah, that looks quite close fitting when you consider like chef garments. It looks quite close fitting. Alright. As for the kitchen, I installed all new workstations, everything's up and running. Which means it's time to get back to cooking. We only have 3 days until the grand opening. Oh, and I left you a little gift to help you get back up and running. Hope you like it. Alright, Mr. Summer. Let's greet Briareus properly also. Ah, good to see you also. Join the stream. So let's see about Alright, so let's then continue with the game. Alright, we have played about 15 minutes, so alright. Let's move into the kitchen. Wow. Here's the cookbook. Select beef and potatoes to open page for this particular recipe. Alright, it's considered a casual cuisine and it's considered apparently French. Hurrah! Yay! Steak with shallots, homemade French fries. What do you need? We need a potato, beef and a shallot. This is surprising. This page shows all the ingredients needed as well as the workstations required to complete the recipe. A recipe is divided into steps. Follow them in correct order to learn how to cook the dish. Alright. Potato, chopping board. You can prepare the dish beforehand and keep it in the refrigerator. Deep fryer French fries equals cooked French fries. Make steak with shallots. Chopping board shallot, chopped shallot. Wooden chopping block side of beef steak. Cooking range frying pan beef steak, chopped shallot, steak with shallots. You can pin a recipe to get helpful reminders when working in the kitchen. There we go. Do you remember that recipe? It was the first one we learned in culinary school. I thought it'd be perfect dish to open our new kitchen. I stocked the shelves with all the ingredients we need so you can get started right away. Take ingredients from the shelves. Take shallot from shelves. Take potato from shelves. Right, here we have all the recipes you have pinned from the recipe book are shown at the top right of your screen. Start by looking at the list of ingredients and take them from your shelves. This is the first step of any recipe. Indeed, you of course need cooking ingredients. Like there was once some ready-made sauce mix and it was like potato, alright, we already have 5 of each, so we should be able to cook that well. The ingredients you take from your shelf move into your inventory bar, which you can see at the bottom of the screen. Yes. Alright, now we have huge slab of meat. You have just picked up a heavy ingredient, put it on a workstation to start preparing it. You are at a workstation. These stations are where you perform all the different steps for your recipes. This is wooden chopping block you can use to prepare larger and heavier ingredients. With the top bar you choose how to prep. For now you only know one way to prepare this ingredient. Sure. When you're ready, start cutting. That looks... Alright, now it turned into a steak. So we made what? Out of the huge slab of meat we made one steak. That seems a little inefficient. Alright. Then we need the chopping board. And we shall chop the shallot. There we go. Now we have chopped shallot. And do we also do the potato on the chopping board? Do think so. Yep, there we go. French fries. Now we need to do deep fryer action for the French fries. Wherever that would be. This seems to have mostly dishwashing facilities. There should be a deep fryer somewhere. This is normal kitchen sink. That's normal range. That looks like a deep fryer, but it's also currently unavailable. Take frying pan from the cookware. Alright. So where would I keep frying pans? Alright, there's the arrow, it's pretty small. There we go, we have a frying pan and we shall use a cooking range. Cooking range. When you are at the workstation, you can access all the recipes you have unlocked. For now, you can only prepare a cooked steak. To start cooking, make sure you put all ingredients you need for the recipe in your inventory. Place ingredients down one by one. Once the ingredients are ready, you can start. Alright, how do we make sure that we... While cooking on the range, various actions can be performed depending on the recipe. With heat strength, you can slow down or speed up the cooking. So you can adjust it to suit your needs. Use turn on to stop the current cooking. Be careful, food left too long on a turned off range will be ruined. It's already cooking. Alright, we are cooking, so we should use flip to flip the food. You can check level of doneness on each side of the food here. So let's flip it, there we go, and now we are cooking the other side. Cooking with gas. What happens once it's done? Alright. Cooked French fries. Now we need the deep fryer. Turn on deep fryer and wait for the oil to heat up before using it. There we go. And now we need the oil warmth to increase. There we go, now the oil is hot. There we go, now it's in progress. So deep frying time. Can I offer you a four in these deep frying times? Alright, and soon our French fries are done. There we go. Now we should plate our food. Assemble this steak with shallots homemade French fries. How do we assemble it? We need a plate most probably. But where's the station to plate it? Alright, here's the station to plate it. Plating station. Alright, plating action. Ongoing. Plating. There we go. Finished. This grades, this is the technical execution grade. It represents how well the dish was executed. B. Follow each step of the recipe exactly to achieve the best possible grade. For example, flip the meat so that it's cooked on both sides to improve your technical execution grade. Like, really, cooking the meat on both sides is quite certain to improve your technical execution. Like, really, if you cook meat only on one side, it might be considered poorly executed, really. This grade represents the quality of the ingredients used, rated from 1 to 4 stars. Produce quality depends on the supplier it was bought from. Finished. Alright. Alright. New tutorial available. How can we again talk with you? It seems you're already getting the hang of working in a kitchen again. But I think the recipe is missing a little something. I added some notes to the recipe book. Take a look. Grading criteria. So now we have probably included a special ingredient. So let's then continue with further cooking with the extra instructions. So you can now find cooking tips, grading criteria, respect cooking times, adding the correct spices, performing the chef actions, flip the meat. So that's a chef action. Alright, now we know. Improving your cooking skills. Follow the cooking tips to get better technical execution grade. The higher the grade, the better your dishes are. Fair enough. The higher the grade, the better your dishes are. That is not a total surprise. Casual cuisine, indeed. Now we also need spices. Remember to flip the food bonus possible, perfectly seasoned, so we shall add spices. Alright. Pick up the dirty frying pan. Clean the dirty pan in the sink. Place it back on the cooking range. apparently in another sink. Alright, there we go. So let's then keep cleaning it. Alright, it actually takes some time to clean. Alright. There we go, now it became clean. Cut chopped shallow, cut beef steak. Alright. Let's do the beef first, so we need some more beef. So now we are preparing heavy ingredient. And then we cut. And then we shall produce the soft shallow. There we go, chop, chop, chop. Don't forget to grab the spices before you start cooking. This will save you from running back and forth. Take salt from the spice rack, take black pepper from the spice rack. So here is the spice station. Alright. Cook a perfect steak with shallow. Alright, so we need to also make the French fries, so there we go, chop chop. Cooking phases. Cooking is on the range divided into cooking phases. Start, first, second. Ingredients and phases. Every ingredient cooks at its own pace. The recipe shows at which phase each ingredient should be added to be cooked perfectly. Alright, so you have to sequence your cooking. Fair enough, fair enough. Starting to cook, all ingredients shown at the S start phase are required to start cooking. Adding ingredients at the right time. The remaining ingredients should be added during their respective cooking phases to achieve a better technical execution grade. You can enable the recipe reminders option in the preferences to have these indicators visible while using the range. Cooking phases, yes. Alright. We add the beef and start. At the shallow. Alright, so they are added practically at the beginning of the phase. Alright, alright. Flip. There was the button to flip. It's time to add spices to your dish. Open spice inventory with season the spices you have used so far. So here each dose added contributes to the seasoning of the dish. Start by adding a pinch of each spice indicated in the... Alright. Once the dish has been seasoned, you can use your chef sense to find the right balance of flavors. Indeed, chef sense, not sixth sense, not spider sense, it's chef sense. Follow directions to season the dish properly if there's only a little bit of spice missing at a single dose. Be careful, a dose of seasoning added to a meal can't be removed. Adjust the seasoning until you hit perfect balance. Finding the perfect balance takes time but will be appreciated by your customers. Not enough salt, it's missing black pepper. Not enough black pepper. Perfect, alright. And now we need to finish cooking, so we added 3 and 2. 3 black pepper, 2 salt. Then we need to... Wow, what happened here? Did you forget how to cook this dish? Don't worry, just try again. First make sure you add the shallots at the right moment. We did. Then keep an eye on the meat, make sure it's properly cooked on both sides. And lastly, don't forget the spices, they help bring out all the flavors together. We did add the spices. We again have beef and chopped shallow. Really? What did we do wrong? Equipment isn't clean. This is unrealistically proper. Can't cook. Equipment not clean. Has this before stopped anyone? Alright, and then we try again. So we place the beef and start cooking. And we already season it, yes. Let's put 3 black pepper and 2 salt and chef sense. Too much black pepper. Interesting. So the same amount didn't work. Oh well, let's cook it anyway and see how that goes. Starting point, then we add the shallow. There we go. And then we need to flip it once the time comes. So let's see if this works out this time. Interestingly, the same spicing didn't work, so... How do we flip it? Alright. And now we have the second side cooking. Let's see if that works out. We do not apparently need to season the sides separately, so... Now did that work? Alright. And what went wrong this time? Really? This should be more like Gordon Ramsay. He comes yelling at us rather than like, did you forget how to cook this dish? It seems we did, because we have already done it twice and it still doesn't seem to work, so kind of mildly confused, like what goes wrong every time? Really? So, let's try again. Can we season it like right away? Do we need to season also the shallow? But imagine we would need to season only once we have done the starting sequence, so practically cook at the shallow. It was added automatically, so that was not the intent, so it will probably go again wrong. Let's test the seasoning, so add one of both, chef sense please. Alright. Not enough black pepper. And then it's perfect, so we can exit this. And then let it cook until we flip it. It will go wrong though, because we added the shallow at the wrong stage, so flip. And there we go. Let's see if that works out. At least we are now like closer to, but we put the shallow in at the wrong time, so. And another try. This time we should at least try to not put the shallow in at the wrong time, at the right amount of spices, flip it, and maybe it then works out like 5. Alright, and another go. So, start. And then we add shallow only once the second phase starts. There we go. Then we season it. Chef sense. Not enough anything. Alright, more black pepper. More black pepper. Perfect. Then it needs to be flipped. So let's see if it works this time. And it's flipped. It went about 1 millisecond to the second stage before we flipped it, so will it fail? Fail also at that. Alright, prepare what you need and assemble the dish again. Now we need to deep fry the French fries, so deep frying time. And our deep fryer is already hot. This shouldn't be too hard, like it's well known also, like the deep frying is a simple technique. There we go, and then we just need to put the dish together at the plating station. We have now even made use of spices. Plating time. There we go. Now it's A+. The food you cook should be arranged on the plate in an appetizing way. Customize the dish to your liking. You can change the look of your plating from this screen. Redo plating. Alright. This is the plating editor. This is where you can customize the appearance of your dishes. Plating is done in a series of steps. To confirm a step, use next step and go to the next step. First, start by choosing a plate. You can also place mini dishes which add extra volume to the plating and can hold sauces. To place the dish components to create your plating. A minimum quantity of each component is required before you can proceed to the next step. The final step is to add decorative touches and add your creativity to the dish. Alright. Select plate. Do you like the black plate? Alright. Mini dishes, nope. Alright, this is quite pleb. Apparently we added too much of it. How do we adjust the amount? So that's too much. How do we adjust the amount of steak? Alright, then we can add one more. There we go. Then we shall add some potato. We can also format the potato differently. There we go. There we go. And then we need to add the shallow. We can again format it differently, so we can. Right, that looks pretty good. So let's add it as bits. There we go. Next step, and then we can add a garnish, apparently, like a leaf. There we go. We can also format the leaf. Mini leaf, big leaf, red leaf. Let's drop one of these. There we go. And save plating. You can create multiple plating layouts of the same dish. This is where you choose which one to use for services. Feel free to take photo of your dish. Alright, take a picture. Nice, it even looks like a digital camera, so we got nice picture of our food. Used in the restaurant. Alright, and there's our plating. A plus technical execution. Alright, and now our companion at the restaurant again wants to talk with us. You're done with the steak, it smells amazing. You obviously haven't lost your cooking skills, and we took only like 4 times to actually cook it successfully. Really. What do you think? Are you happy, or would you rather keep working on the recipe? I'm happy with the dish. Certainly, we made so many already. Great, I must say it's fantastic to see you working in the kitchen again. It's getting late, though we should go home. We have a big day tomorrow. Yeah, our restaurant still looks a bit provisional. Talk to your associate, Kassim. Morning apparently again. Can we just go outside and disappear permanently? Apparently not. Right, there he is. So kitchen is this way. Alright. The dining room is ready. I've set up all the furniture, and since our grand opening is in 2 days, it's the perfect time to brush up on the basics before the big day. Hello, anybody here? Disembodied voice. Alright. Hello there, disembodied voice. Alright, so let's see who's the disembodied voice then. Interesting. So we have about half an hour to go, so let's continue with this. And see how our grand opening goes. Hello, anybody here? So, you're the ones opening the new restaurant. Alright, this is probably some equipment or food or whatever seller, because they have like a corporate uniform already. We'll see each other a lot. I'm sure I do the deliveries for all produce suppliers around here. I also take orders, so we'll be talking often. Fair enough, fair enough. But before I go, I've got some leftover stock from a previous delivery, so I thought I'd just leave it with you, but not a word to my boss, okay? Alright, giving food away for free. Consider it a gift. I'll leave you my number. Good luck with everything. I'll see you around. Wait, the delivery girl gave us free produce. That's amazing. We'll have to thank her somehow. Take a look at the research table. See if those ingredients can be used in any new recipes. You have met Max, who is in charge of deliveries for your restaurant. She will sometimes drop by to let you know about discounts offered by our suppliers. Alright. Oh, that's a big raid. Wow. Let's immediately properly react to that. Alright. Welcome to the stream, and indeed we are playing. Hello there, Jax. Good night for you then, if you are going to bed soon. But indeed, let's greet everyone properly. So this one be Mordrude tonight, and we are playing Chef Life Restaurant Simulator still for about half an hour before we also go to sleep. So welcome all, and to know Kisu was playing Monkey Island, so very classical adventure game. This is a bit less classical simulator, but the simulator has the Michelin star endorsement, so we can probably earn a Michelin star in about 1 million hours of gameplay. This far we tried to make a beef with shallows and homemade french fries and failed like 4 times because we didn't add the spices or didn't flip it or whatever. Then we finally made one, and now we met the supplier to the restaurant who gave some free food, so we need to come up with a recipe for that next. So it's a somewhat easier cooking game than Cooking Simulator, but still quite involved. Oh, hello there, Struggle. 21%, and you got the fish. Nice. Hello there all. So, welcome to the stream, and hopefully you enjoy some further cooking experiments. So, let's then, and of course, if you like Fursuit streams, feel free to follow this one. It's quite regular. It varies a little in terms of when have time to do these, but generally do Fursuit streams at least a few times a week when not traveling. So welcome all, and let's continue with the game for about half an hour at least still, because we are usually the format is 1.5 hours every other day or so on a normal week, and when have enough awake and enough of internet, because this one has like very 5-pence mobile internet, so sometimes it's like there's no internet. There is still half an hour. Just as I said, we have only done an hour, and we were raided by Kisu, so that was why I commented on it. So let's then continue with the game. There we go. Let's see if we can make something fun out of the ingredients. We indeed met Max, who is in charge of deliveries for our restaurant. She will sometimes drop by to let you know about discounts. Indeed. So let's continue. So this is the laboratory table or research table. Learning recipes. Use the research table to learn new recipes. Knowledge points by spending KP knowledge points. You can unlock brand new recipes. These points are earned each time you cook a dish. Keep in mind that higher grade you receive for these dishes, the more knowledge points you earn. Learning recipes. Receipt level. The recipes are categorized by level from basic meals to sophisticated dishes. The more sophisticated recipes will become available as you level up. They are more complicated to make, but allow you to earn more money. Yeah, the kitchen is cleaner than the Cooking Simulator that gets messy all the time. This is probably like Michelin class kitchen, you see, Kisu, so it's not like a mess, it's Michelin class kitchen. So, upgrading recipes. If you prepare these enough times, you can unlock the ability to improve, yeah. Alright. Casual cuisine restaurant cuisine. Caprice and basil, we have 2 knowledge points, so what could we get for 2? Sole Meunier and green beans. Alright. You have unlocked the recipe for caprese and basil. You need to make it at least once before you can add it to the menu. We unlocked basil and mozzarella and tomato and whatever new cookware unlocked. New prepped food items available in the lab. Then we can learn the Sole Meunier and green beans. And we again unlocked a lot of new things. Alright. And now we have spent our knowledge points. We currently have 0 knowledge points, so let's leave that. Pin the recipes for caprese and basil, pin the recipe for Sole Meunier and green beans. Sure. So we need to go to the recipe book. And return to the table of contents. There we go. Bunch of basil. Most probably also includes tomato. Where are the ingredients shown then? Alright, we have tomato and basil. We need a trash bin and mozzarella and something. Hard to say what those two even are because symbols are so ambiguous. Fish fridge, meat fridge, grocery and dairy fridge. Glass of balsamic vinegar, mozzarella and sugar. Alright, so that explains what the two weird looking items were. Alright, so now we have all the ingredients needed. Let's move to the next step. Make balsamic cream. You can prepare this dish beforehand and keep it in the refrigerator. Alright, what workstation do we use for this? How do we make that? So that is like the range and the pot. We get the pot. Here's the pot. Alright. Right, now we have the pot. can we read the book in more detail to make this happen? This clearly requires learning more about the recipe also. It's not totally clear how it's supposed to be turned into the proper dish. Let's see. Fortunately, our time is quite like that we have a lot of time. So let's see if that works. If that works out. So let's then try the overall. We need to go to the table of contents and choose the caprice. So cooking range, sugar, saucepan. So it's not a pot. Sure, so that's why it doesn't work. Remember to stir the food, avoid heat too high. Sure, so we do not need the pot, we need the saucepan. There's the saucepan. Start. Let's stir it in between the faces. Alright, so there's the indication how much it has stuck to the pan. So we need to stir before that meter reaches maximum. Yes, Kasarikisu, 1980s. Right, then we come up to the second cooking phase, so we need to probably stir. Let's stir in between the phases because we are gradually getting the sticking indicator raising. So let's stir between phases. There we go, stir, 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 stirring. There we go, and then the second phase of cooking begins. So it's like MTG terms: upkeep, pre-combat main phase, post-combat main phase, most probably. So let's then see, do we need to stir third time? No, because that won't reach maximum. So do you think the food won't then be spoiled either? So then we make the balsamica. There we go. So balsamica cream, and then we have made that. Make tomato slices, sliced mozzarella. That needs to be just like go onto the chopping board and chop, chop, chop. Chop, 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 chop. Goes the tomato slices. Then we need to slice the mozzarella. Flip, flip, flip. There we go. And then make tomatoes, mozzarella, and So we need to use that then the... No, it's not the plating station. Let's read the manual. Mixing table, yes. Tomato slices, sliced mozzarella. Yes. So it is the mixing table, though the image isn't very clear. Alright. Yes. And then we need to put in our ingredients and start mixing, please. Alright, there we go, and hold A. Alright, some balsamico goes in. There we go. And then, last step. That's the plating station, so let's go to the plating station. Plating, plating. There we go, food appears. You have learned the recipe for caprese and basil. You can add it to your menu. You can also plate this dish. Alright, I think we will just add it to the menu. And then we need to make the fillet of sole. So, let's then change the pinned recipe. So here we go. First step, we need the ingredients. Now we need some fish from the fish fridge. There's our sole. It's a heavy ingredient. Let's see how we process that. Fillet of salt. So let's go to the fillet. Remove bone. Fillet produced. There we go. More ingredients, please. We need a glass, something yellow, a bag of something, and the green bundles. The green bundles come from here. Green beans. Beans. There we go. Then we need the glass, the yellow thing, and the red package of something. Flour, glass of olive oil, butter. Now we have all the ingredients. Make floured sole. Alright. So which station is used for this? Looks like the mixing table. Yes. Insert flour and the fillet and start process. There we go. That was easy. Cooked green beans. Now we need pot with water and boil the beans. So what time now? It's Kisu. Now we get the, let's wash this. There we go. Of course we wash our dishes. There we go, and put the saucepan back into the cookware and take the pot. We take the pot and fill it in the sink. There we go, now it's filled with water. Put it on the range, use the range. We add beans and start the process. And we could season it. Let's see once we are here. We have no spices either, so let's just boil them. These do not even need to be stirred, so So yeah, let's show once our beans are boiled so that we do not overcook our beans. So, boiling, boiling. Oh. So, let's keep cooking. Alright, and it's almost fully boiled. There we go, we are ready to remove the beans, cooked green beans. There we go. It made several portions of them, so let's get out of this screen and let's do as requested. So let's then. Alright, the time isn't too much and we still have pretty good amount of fluffs here, so let's continue up to 2 hours so we get some more cooking done. So we have another 30 minutes to go, as we do have pretty good viewership. So a foot pass has been redeemed, and that is what we do. So let's get ready and let's see if we can do both also. So there we go, and certainly. And then just back into cooking position. There we go. Oh. So let's then continue with cooking. So thank you for the redeem, and that was fun. So let's see about our fish dish next. And we added, as we have pretty good amount of fluffs and everything, we added half an hour. As it's not that late, we can manage that. So let's switch to the game and go on cooking for some time still. So we need to wash the pot. We need to also finish the food. So make sole manure. Let's then wash the pot first. Put it back, because of course the Michelin star chef does things correctly. Then we need the frying pan. And some foods cook better if the cookware or cooking medium is already hot. They are listed in the recipe book as preheated pan and boiling water. To preheat cookware, place it on the range and turn on the heat. An indicator appears when it's hot enough. Once the cookware has preheated, you can add the ingredients. Alright. And we shall preheat apparently. From start we put the apparently. Let's turn power on. then we put these in. And start. Alright, we are at maximum heat. So let's see if the fish cooks well this way. Designer cooking indeed. Flip. It doesn't need to be flipped, it just cooks. Alright. Fair enough, it's quite deeply in the butter, so looks good enough. We just need to take it before it becomes overcooked. Good. Alright, we need to now add the butter. Alright. There we go. And now we need to put it together on the plating station. And there we go. Technical execution B. Alright. So now we have finished that. Let's go and speak with our business partner. I finished setting up the storeroom. We can order our produce starting tomorrow. I saw what you did with those new two dishes. They look delicious. Do you want to keep working on them or do you want to try something else? Let's move on. It's great to see you so enthusiastic. By the way, I invited Max, the delivery girl, to eat here tomorrow night. She doesn't look very enthusiastic and do think he has a thing for the delivery girl already. It's a chance for us to thank her for the extra produce and we can have a practice service, you in the kitchen, me in the dining room. I think we've done all what we can for today. We deserve rest. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, so no home life. Alright, it has gotten much more fancy now. Compared to the earlier chairs, they are not even the same chairs. Really. It looks so much fancy.
Hello.
I just installed the blackboard. Doesn't it look great? That's where we'll write down the dishes our customers can order. So, what's on the menu for tonight? Come and find me in the storeroom once you've decided. Menu creation. Deciding on a menu. You choose the dishes for the evening service from the blackboard. Evolving your menu. Based on dishes you select, your menu evolves and may start to specialize in a certain cuisine. As you level up, your dishes will become more sophisticated. Putting these more advanced dishes on the menu will raise the prestige of your restaurant. The dishes on the menu will determine the ingredients you need for the evening service. do think we have to offer all of them because we do not have any other dishes. Prestige, casual cuisine, cuisine French, unpretentious light. Very well. Alright, and there's our menu on the blackboard. So everything costs 15A, except the fish costs 18A. Alright. Fair enough, so let's go and talk in the storeroom. Welcome into the storeroom. This is where you place orders for produce and ingredients. Everything stays here until we place them on the kitchen shelves. Alright. I let you take a look around, but don't forget to put in an order. We can't cook without ingredients. And again he's cleaning. So here's the order table and the order phone. So the refrigerators here are rather empty, and they also have currently unavailable written all across them. There's also a maintenance station. Can we use the hammer in cooking? That would be nice.
What are you gonna cook today?
Alright. Ordering produce. So let's see about ordering produce then. Alright, so let's see about what we shall do here. This is the market. You can order fresh produce. Each style represents a different supplier. Look at what they offer and add the produce you want to your cart. You can check the ingredients you need for the evening service here. Your needs will vary depending on what dishes are on the menu. Make sure you have all the produce needed in your cart before placing order. Sure. So we need 5 veg, 3 meat, 3 fish, and 3 sun. Let's buy those from a different market. You have selected the produce needed for the evening service. You can place your order once you have checked your invoice. From invoice you can check details of your order. Note that your responsibility might be affected by the origin of the produce you buy. Wow, this game is modern. It even includes greenwashing. Have to say. Placing orders, and don't forget to place order before leaving the market. Responsibility -70. That wasn't very responsible. Origin international. Alright. So let's go national. Basic quality, local. Wow. That's the best one because it's agriculture store, local. It also is more expensive, but do we really care? How much money do we have currently even? Let's order everything local. Now our responsibility goes up. Great, the delivery is on its way. In the meantime, you can put the finishing touches to the dining room, alright. I'll do the in the design mode. How do we enter design mode? Oh yeah, the maintenance station. Because to go into design mode, use one of the renovation stations inside the restaurant. You have two, one next to the storeroom door and another next to your office. In the design mode, you can move each workstation. You can also add new ones if you own them. You can have more than one of the same workstations. Alright. Needs more gnomes. Indeed, we need to make more food. Changing a workstation. Alright. Add a second cooking range to your kitchen. Cooking range appeared. There we go, heat lamps added. Heat lamps. These are the heat lamps. You can use them to keep finished dishes and prepped ingredients warm. Keeping food warm. Check the temperature indicator on the icon of your dishes and food to view their current temperature. Indeed, and leaving food to cool. Each dish and any food that becomes cold automatically loses an ingredient quality grade. Alright. You will also lose satisfaction points on the service rating if you serve cold food to a customer. Decorating the dining room. Some decor has a theme like bistro or trattoria. Having multiple pieces of furniture of the same theme will create a certain mood for the room. You can also access catalog for the kitchen and dining room. Use the money to earn during services by new items.
There's your order.
Alright, so she's in the storeroom. Alright, here's your first delivery. I've already put everything in your fridges, so no need to worry about that. Alright, alright. By the way, produce will drop in quality if you leave it in the storeroom too long, so watch out for that. And they also have an expiration date. Keep that in mind because you want to serve fresh dishes to your customers. Oh, and I got cousin's messages. Thanks for the invite. See you soon. Go to the stock management table to check your stocks. Pick up the crate. Where's the stock management table? You can't enable vegetarian restaurant options. Do not think we want to do that either. But the creative purchase produce. How do we do that? Alright, we need to click each of these one at a time. Where did the rest of the meat go? Really? Alright, so it's in the freezer because we froze it accidentally, so... go. It's finally full. Then we need to fill this apparently. Alright, looks good. Looks much better. Do you remember what our cooking instructor used to say? Always preparing in advance is the key to success. That's a pretty fair assessment. We accidentally froze them because you can by pushing. Yeah, it's really clean. With the new delivery you can start preparing for this evening's practice service. Max and I will act like regular customers, so make sure you prepared some things in advance, just like any other day. Cut tomato slices. Then we need to also cut mozzarella, chopped shallow. French fries, floured sole. Let's do first of all the slicing. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. And another tomato. Yeah, special knife. Then let's chop some shallow. There we go. And another one. And the last one. There we go. Chop, chop, chop. Let's make French fries. Potato time. And there we go. And fourth potato. And there we go. Alright. And then we shall also slice mozzarella. There we go. And last one. There we go. Prepare floured sole. Can we put these in some kind of like intermediate refrigerator? Or just carry them, don't know. Not enough space. No wonder we already had one. So let's prepare the fish. There we go, fillet time. Then we need to flour it, so we need flour. There we go, and let's flour it with the flour flying a bit, of course. There we go, all preparations done. On the refrigerator, so does the game show where that is? Which one? Alright, it would help if could find the refrigerator for these, like really. At least not here. Is it then in the... Alright, this is refrigerator and not oven. Cooked green beans on the cooking range. Alright, so we need green beans. And need the pot. And fill it. Make a pizza. We can make a pizza later. There we have the al forno expansion, so we can actually make a pizza. And let's start boiling. There we go. The heat is on and all, so we can make a pizza, but we need to separately start with the al forno DLC to be able to actually make the pizza. So not today, most probably. Let's boil the baked beans and see how we are doing time-wise also. Alright, a few minutes to the 2 hours, so it starts to be good time to finish once we finish the green beans, and then wish you all a pleasant rest of the evening and do a raid. So let's finish the green beans. There we go. Turn off. Can we put these under the heat lamps then? Place the pot in the warmer. Alright, that's the warmer. There we go. Talk to your associate, Kasim. Yes, is he here? No. There he is. You're doing great. We'll be able to have Max come for the service. You can go in the kitchen. I'll welcome her and take her order. Alright, that would be 1 day before the grand opening. It's a started a service. Customer orders are usually taken by your servers, but as this is only a practice service, Kasim and Max will give you their orders directly. Once the tables have made their choice, the orders are shown at the top of the screen. To help you, the receipts for all the dishes on the menu are automatically pinned when the service begins. Fair enough. Don't forget that you can still use all the food you previously stored in the warmer and in the refrigerator. Yes, so first service will be tomorrow's business. We have also a hygiene meter, so actually we have to maintain a clean kitchen to maximize the hygiene and responsibility meters. The responsibility for us is of course maximum because paid through the nose for the local supplies, so now responsibility is maximum. As noted, this game is modern enough to even include greenwashing. So let's then switch to maximum Mordrude view and shortly, because now we have done the 2 hours. Of course, chat can comment how did you enjoy Chef Life, the cooking restaurant simulator this far. Shall we make this a more permanent fixture in the stream? At least did rather oneself enjoy the game this far. It's a lot like cooking simulator, but it concentrates on a bit different things and has a bit less havoc. So it's an interesting game, certainly. Well, hopefully we can next time make a pizza. We did handle a lot of potato though, which you probably appreciate. So let's then switch to Mordrude here, and yeah, we did chop up a lot of potato and put it in the deep fryer. So indeed, enjoyed cooking and wish you a pleasant rest of the night, and shall see who we will raid. And of course, if you enjoy, thank you for the follows, Steam Pony and Little Wildflower. So thanking both of you also, and glad that you enjoy the Fursuit gaming. So Mordrude will see who we will raid and wishes you a good night, and we shall meet again tomorrow with different Fursuit and different games. So let's see who we will raid. Let's see who's doing what. All right. Orko Stevan is playing Monster Hunter. We haven't done them for a long while. Let's see that they are still playing. Yes, only 22 minutes. So let's rate them. It's been a while since we have visited Orko's shop, as they do have, like, he has a special low poly VTuber. We are getting a lot of advertisements, certainly. Jaffa tasting energy drink. Has Kisu tried the Jaffa booster? Alright, let's rate them. Let's rate Orko Stevani and hopefully you enjoyed cooking with Mordrude. No Michelin star yet, no open restaurant yet, but the game clearly has a plot. So we will keep this in program. There we go, and we even typed everything correctly. So, thank you all for joining, and hope you also join again for more Fursuit gaming, and indeed Mordrude, thank you all. This was really fun cooking evening. Be well.